So if it says solve graphically, girls, you need to draw that and this on the same graph. So what I'm going to do first is draw 3 cos x. Wow, this is really hard to teach with your mask on. It's like, oh man, all right, okay. What do we do from here? This is my 3 cos x graph, shift it down by 2. So girls, it is actually important in your exercise you do this accurately or you're going to get the answer wrong. So shift the 2 down. Okay, now, once you've done that, now draw that. This is the same thing as drawing this. So y-intercept, as you know, is -1. So it goes there. We've got x equals to 4. That means it's around, yeah, would you say that's x equals to 4 about there? Yep. Now, from here, because this is important, to now actually find the solutions, look at the points where they intersect and then read the value. All right? So what is it? Estimate. This is an estimation. Girls, this is 1.6. We don't know what pi over 4 is. Let's check it out. What? With 0.8, 1.6. So that's like about 1, yeah? 1.1, whatever you may be. How about that? 4.7, 6.3. Yeah, 5, 5.5. Yeah, you are guessing. Yep. So girls, shh. This is your actual answers. Okay? The exact answer is, I think it's like 1.1 and 5.4 something. It's in your example. So, girls, this is how you solve equations graphically. The first thing you do, girls, basically, it's nothing new. You press Shift 10 -1. And if you do that, I'm going to work with degrees, all right, for now. -45. What you do after you do that is basically just look at the formula now and just use that. Now this n is a number you always start from n equals to 0 to get your list of answers. So if n is equal to 0, it's obviously just -45. If n is equal to 1, that's 180, take away 45. And then you keep going, n equals to 2, so that's 180 times 2, take away 45, that's 315. I'll just stop about there because I'm at 3x now. So my final answer, looking at the question and the range they want, it's between 0 and 360, so I'm obviously going to ignore the negative angle. Here, if I divide by 3, because it's 3x right now, 5, see how I've really got up to 165? And I need up to 360, so that means you want a couple more. Does that make sense? So that means I want n equals to 4 as well. Wow, okay, maybe I'll do one more. Yeah, there's one more. Okay, so girls, that's it. So by using this formula, instead of having to use, you know how I would usually do this? Find out where the negative angle is, get the angles, add 360 to every single time, and then divide by 3. Takes a long time. This formula will give you the answer straight away like that without having you to go through that fuss. Same thing, but you've got to set it up first. Divide it. And then square root it. All right, so now because I got plus and minus, like you do want to do it separately. So it's for x over 3. So basically, because I got sine, press shift sine 1 over root 2 to start off with. And that's going to give you the angle for that to use in the formula. Times 45 degrees. So x over 3 is equal to, when n is equal to 0, girls, when n is equal to 0, that's obviously all gone. Anything to the power of 0 becomes 1, so it's just going to be 45. All right, check it out if you're not sure. When n equals to 1, that's 180 times 1 plus bracket -1 to the power of 1 times 45. That's 135. I'll do it for n equals to 2. All right, that's enough for me because, girls, the question is between this. So what do I need to do after if I've got x over 3? Times all of them by 3. Now, I don't have to keep going because it's only between angles from 180 and 180. So that's the early answer from here. 45 degrees. Once again, sub it in here. Once again, so I've got x equals 3. So there you go. Girls, those are your answers. Let me do another one, which is now for cos, to illustrate that. It is important because this formula comes with plus or minus theta. Do the same thing. Do shift cos half to get the angle to substitute. Starting when n equals to 0. N equals to 0, that's not there. But I have plus or minus 60. I'm just going to focus on positive theta for now. Let's do minus later, but just don't forget to do it. So if n equals to 0, it's just 60 degrees. If n equals to 1, that'll be 360 plus 60, which is 720. And I'll just do one more. N equals to 2, that 360 times 2 plus 60, that's 780. All right, now let's apply for negative theta. If it's negative theta, it will just be minus 60. Because n equals to 0, that's gone, it's just minus 60. Second one, that'll be 360 times 1, which is just 360. Take away 60, 300. All right, I think these angles are enough. Let's just work with it now. What do I need to do with all these angles, girls, if there's a 2 outside and a minus 9 inside the bracket? Yeah. Girls, I'm not going to do that. You girls know what to do. That's all I wanted to point out. Yep. Oh, it's between. Yeah.